Imagine a world where you can generate AI images with a simple prompt that look like this, but you don't want to fork out $10 a month for it, since it's not sustainable for everyone. Fear not, for I am here to help you guys out. In return, I will ask you to give a sub to the channel and leave a like, as that massively helps out the channel. Now that that's done, let's get into the secret eye sauce. So, introducing TensorArt. This completely new AI can create images like these, and to me, it's genuinely the best free alternative to Midjourney. So, let's start from scratch. I'll show you how to access TensorArt. I'll leave a link to their official site in the description under this video. Follow this link and you'll land on tensor.art. In the top right corner, click Sign In, and in the window that pops up, you can quickly create an account in a few different ways. I'll select Continue with Google. So, in this window, you need to enter your nickname, upload an avatar. Then we're taken to this beautiful site where we'll actually be doing our work. The advantage of TensorArt over most similar alternatives lies in the incredible variety of different models. Let me explain. In the Models tab, scroll down, and all the images you see were created using different models, developed by various companies and even users. You'll be shocked, but some models create content for people over 18. Unfortunately, I can't show them in the video so as not to get blocked. So TensorArt creates very good images in styles like photorealistic, realism, anime, art, hentai, and many different other styles. To move on to creating an image, we can click on Workspace in the top right corner, or choose a model that we like. For example, I'll choose this one, and on the right, click the Run button. Now we're in the window where we'll actually be generating our images. Down at the bottom, you can see your credit balance, which you spend on creating an image. Creating one image costs 1 credit, meaning you can create 100 images a day totally free. I've not seen generosity like that anywhere. But it will take you 2 when you use Fix or Ada Taylor, which we'll talk about a bit later. So, let's scroll to the very top and go through the most important functions. In the Basic Model tab, you can see the model you've chosen, and if we click on it, a window opens where we can select a different model if necessary. Below that, in the Prompt tab, we can write whatever we want to see in our image. In the Negative Prompt tab, we add what we don't want in our image. Image to image means that you can post your photo as a reference for TensorArt to create a new image similar to the one you posted. In the Settings tab, we can fine-tune the size of our image. The sampling method gives you more detailed customization of the final image. If you're a beginner, leave it as is by default. Later you can play around with it and see how it works. Below you can see hires.fix, which is essentially a built-in upscaler. In this tab, you can choose how the image upscale will be performed. Leave hires steps at 0, but you can play around with denoising strength if there's too much or too little noise in your image. Then choose how many times you want to enlarge the image. So, if I'm creating an image with a resolution of 1024 by 1024 and I choose 2x, the final image will be 2048 by 2048. Keep in mind that using this function will cost you an additional token. It's the same with AD Taylor. It works a bit differently, but the essence is the same, and it will cost you an additional token. I don't use it, so I'll turn it off for now. So, once you've got your head around everything, let's move on to creating an image. In the Prompt tab, we write our prompt. After a bit of time, I wrote this prompt and added what I don't want to see in the Negative Prompt tab. Now, in the Count tab, we select the number of images we want to generate and press Generate. After a few seconds, we get some super cool images. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that TensorArt really is the best free AI for generating images. Hovering the cursor over our image, we can download it straight away. On the right, there's a Publish Post button. Yes, I didn't get to tell you, TensorArt isn't just an AI that generates images. It's also a sort of social network where you can post your images to your own profile, sharing your skills in creating images, and even building a community of followers. Above, you can see Send to Image, meaning you can use this image as a reference to create a similar one, but with different details. And also, Remix. Remix is quite an interesting feature, which will be useful for both beginners and experienced creators of AI images. Let's look at how Remix works using another image as an example. For instance, I like this image, so let's choose this model. Hover over this image and press the Remix button. And as you can see, all the settings have changed. Everything, the model, the prompt and other settings were copied from those used to create the image we clicked remix on. If we don't change anything and press generate, we'll get an identical result. Using the remix function can be very useful if you see or generate an image that you really like. You can change some details in the prompt or settings and get a slightly different result. Also, TensorArt offers each of you a decent way to earn money. On the screen, you see a screenshot that my friends from TensorArt sent me. In short, they pay creators of new models. And the payment, I want to tell you, is quite generous. If you already know how or want to learn how to create AI models, TensorArt is ready to pay you for it. So, on TensorArt, in the Posts tab, you can see posts from other creators who publish their best work to their profile. You can subscribe to cool creators, follow their work, use their work as a reference, make remix from them, and see which settings they choose, and thus learn yourself. At the beginning of this video, I promised to show you an additional way to earn money with TensorArt. In addition to the fact that TensorArt generates very good images, there are two very important advantages that we can use for our earnings. The first is that TensorArt is an absolutely free tool that allows you to generate up to 100 images daily. And if you follow my link, which is in the description under this video, you will receive an additional 100 as a gift. Be sure to generate at least one image in TensorArt to receive 100 coins from me every day. The second is Remix, with which we can learn to create the highest quality and accurate images, which is what we will be earning money on. So let's move on to the way to make money itself. This new and fresh way of earning is related to Fiverr. If you don't know, Fiverr is a freelancer platform where you can find a person who will do any job for you. If we go to fiverr.com in popular requests, you can see AI services. We click on it and get to the next page, which shows us the services that can be done using AI and for which people are willing to pay money. If you understand AI development, creating models for AI, or any other field, you can do this. But today's way of earning is related to AI artists. Here you can see the work offered by people. You can sell services for selling the images themselves. But there are some nuances. I contacted TensorArt and asked about the copyright for images, and they said that they do not prohibit monetizing images made using TensorArt, but you need to clarify with the creator of the model with which you generated the image. Therefore, today, we will consider a safer way to earn money, and TensorArt's advantages will greatly help us with this. This way of earning is in the Custom Image Prompt tab. Here you can see not so many competitors, but people who have learned to write very good prompts, and now they sell their services. TensorArt is best suited for this because it allows you to create as many images as no one else offers for free. Also, TensorArt creates the highest quality images among those offered on the market by free AI, on which you will immediately see the result of your work. Follow the link in the description. Create at least one image, and see for yourself how much value TensorArt can give you absolutely free. That's all for today. Enjoy using TensorArt. See you.